R6W between bTitans and Penta DV. James, lead us in. Let's see what these bands are going to take. Let's give some good analysis.
So yeah, Penta are going to start on the defense. bTitans did start on the attack last time as well. It looks like Penta are going to kick off bans. I wonder if they're going to do a Thatcher ban like Queen did. No, it's going to be a Jackal ban. That is very interesting, considering I don't really think that they even ran a huge amount of Jackal. Let me go back through my notes. No, like there was a lot of there was a bit of Lion play coming out from bTitans, which I thought was interesting as well. They did run a little bit of Jackal at the start, I think, but like I don't even know if that's really even like that effective of a ban. I'm gonna guess that Penta do want to do a really heavy roam game here. We're gonna see bTitans with their first ban, and it is gonna be the Maverick again.
They're stuck to that one. That's obviously something they're keen on banning, regardless of the opposition's ban. I kind of like that Jackal ban to the effect that we did see Penta roam a little bit. They had that sort of coordinated duo roam slightly last time we saw them play. So I do expect them to run that again and possibly even make it better than we saw last week. So if they're able to do that, that might be really effective. And getting rid of the Jackal just makes that job even easier. So last time we saw Clubhouse play just a couple of matches ago, we saw a really good roam by guys like Bogue and Minoka, etc. So yeah, that Jackal ban might assist them in that, but the Echo ban, not a surprise there, and we'll see what Penta decide to take out, whether they go with the mirror or another more off meta kind of ban.
I mean, I don't know about the mirror because like I think this is one of the maps where mirror isn't really like hugely effective. I guess we'll see where it goes down, but no, it is gonna be the mirror. But it still stands to reason like the mirror isn't hugely effective on Clubhouse. I know teams like Sonics used to run a huge amount of mirror during the first half of their season, but I can't think of many teams that really use mirror that effectively on Clubhouse. I think there's a lot of the stuff you want to be bringing here.
Exactly, but they look to be starting downstairs for their first sight, and bTitans looking like they've got a pretty... Oh, and that switch over to Sledge at the last second actually makes me think that bTitans are aware that they might go downstairs first, actually. So
Potentially sixth pick here from CC.
possibly. She did switch at the last second. And you're right, 100%. She six picks off the Sledge onto the IQ. And Izza, this is the roam we were talking about that they would very much like to run. He's going to six pick off the Alibi on to the Kavera. And, oh God, if we see an interrogation, James.
As many bombs as they can.
What are you going to do? I want to hear it.
Oh,
is that a donation?
Oh, there you go. I will gift subs in chat.
All right.
Every interrogation will be gifted subs from myself. Hand on my heart. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. And also, I see bits being thrown in chat as well. Thank you, Tree Trunks, dearly for the bits. If you guys have some bits, throw them in there. If we see an interrogation from Izza here, I want everyone to be matching me up in here.
Yeah, I mean, maybe like it's interesting playing a Cav here. Like the big advantage of bringing a Jackal here is that you can go up to the stairs and you can just see if there's any footprints there or not, because they last 90 seconds. And if you can just see there's no footprints there, then you know there's no roam. But, well, now, one, you don't have a Jackal because it's banned. And two, even if you did, you wouldn't be able to see Cav's footprints upstairs anyway. So, you know, like, it could definitely go against you there. And I think that the Cav roam could be really into that. It's interesting that they would ban the Jackal. I guess it's because they want to do a duo roam here.
Yeah, I think they've got Connie set up over near construction to assist Izza, and they're actually not playing too close, which is really smart. It gives the Kavira an opportunity to be a little bit more sneaky. Eve on site alongside her other teammates. She's actually rotated over into Strip. She's able to collect a drone there, and I'm not sure whether or not that will actually give her position away that there is someone in there. bTitans will move in. I'm not sure whether or not the Cav will actually be effective over where she's positioned at current.
Yeah, Connie just be playing close into construction here. Looks like heavy drones are going to be coming out from bTitans across the board, as Rezo could be trying to push her way through into cash and see exactly what the situation is here. Incognito moving up with her as well. Got a bit of a duo entry coming out. Connie still playing very, very close here. Doesn't look like they know where she is! And oh no, what an assassin! That's a double kill for Connie coming out. Davina Victoria looking really nice in this roam game so far. As Connie just picks up an easy double kill. We still got Cav on the roam as well.
Poor Izza. She might have been able to take advantage of that alongside Connie. Alas, they were a little bit too far apart from each other, but that's a great positioning there. In fact, it was a really odd positioning, and I'm not surprised that bTitans didn't look on the hatch because it's not a very common position to sit. If you break the window next to it, you're completely exposed. So it's a very odd position that took them completely off guard, and now two of the roam clearers are out of commission, and we still have two roamers up running around the map.
They're going to be holding on to it. Looks like drones are going to be coming out still. bTitans trying to still recover this round. As it seems a pure blue push coming out from them, but no one going church, no one going motor right now. This is a very, very short-sighted push, I think, honestly. Don't really have too much control of anything else here. As Connie could be holding on to the kitchen. Is it going to be coming up from the flank here? It's going to be seeing it. No interrogation today for you. As Schnat is just going to shut down Issa. The whole blue push is going to be coming through. EMP is going to go down, but just about miss. They are going to be able to get in, however. Tyne just holding down onto the rush here. CC just managed to find her entry. It's a double kill for CC, but Tyne takes down the thermite, but instantly traded out. It's now all down to a 2v1. It's all down to Tiffy to try and bring this in. Plant is going down from CC right now, however. The pre-fires are going to be coming down. This is not looking good for Penta at all. Tiffy does find one. The plant goes down, however. CC very low HP right now. The diffuser slowly going to do its work. The Tiffy reloads, takes a break, and goes for a breather. Pre-fires are going to be coming out across the board as well from her, however, using the Baylor to try and make some kill holes and see exactly where her opponent is. Still convinced that she is in blue, however. CC, very low HP, is very aware of this Maestro peeking, sees the angle and takes the shot, gets the headshot, and CC clutches around. bTitans take round number 1. Absolutely incredible from them.
That was a really good push there from bTitans. It actually looked really detrimental when those two picks from Connie came out. What they decided to do then was go, you know what? We're down on numbers, we're down on time, we don't have the hatches and everything open that we really need to get open, and we're worried about being flanked consistently. Let's just all rush blue and take the picks that we needed to. And I think Tina close on the blue wall there was really she was really in a good position, but then she moved away, and that's when she turned her back to blue and she got traded off. And I think that's when Penta wasn't able to make the impact that they needed to be able to hold the site. So a little bit of misplacement there from some of the Penta DV girls, but overall a great rotate from bTitans there to secure that round.
Yeah, like I thought with such a successful early roam game, it was looking pretty dire, honestly, for bTitans, but they brought it in, they did well with it, and I think also it proves what I was saying earlier, and I say this a lot as well, is like, as long as you have like time, you have the diffuser, and you have utility still up, you can still bring in the round. It doesn't matter if you've lost a couple of early entries. So yeah, I think really cooler heads did prevail there from bTitans. I really thought it was kind of short-sighted for them to push purely through blue, but they proved me wrong. Also, something that was kind of interesting as well, that they threw the EMP, I'm guessing to try and go over Gen and try and clear out the site from like legions and stuff. But it bounced off the generator, went down, and didn't clear much. But if it had gone over, the ADS would have caught it anyway. So
exactly, yeah. So I could see what Shadi was trying to do there, but I don't think it would have been effective either way. They had enough time to push through blue anyway, so I think that was a smart move. But Connie's going to run out, and she's going to pay the price of doing it. Razzo says, none of that. You got us before, and you won't get us again. And now this roam clear is going to be exponentially easier for them. I believe the Mozzie's up in construction CCTV area. These drones will come out from bTitans and surely spot her out soon. Oh, and the site actually is CCTV. I take that back, ladies and gentlemen. Take that back, but there's no garage hold. James, there's no garage hold from
there's a Legion mine down there. A Legion mine can single-handedly hold garage. I'm convinced.
You're convinced?
Yeah.
No Bob. Just
no Bob.
One singular Legion mine.
Just one Legion mine. Oh, Raza doing work from below to try and get this bandit off the wall. Looks like she's going to do so successfully, and Eve doesn't seem too happy about wanting to do that at all. She's going to get back, but she still has a nitro in hand. And yeah, but like they're not even pushing garage, so it might not even matter.
I think they might try and late push it, we'll see, but they've got the wall open now. They've got to drone it out and just know for sure that they have that garage control because they could take it very quickly. Even if they step on a lesion mine, there's no one really there to capitalize on it. So missing incognito, making sure that no one's roaming below, might push up, cash theirs, and is actually doing a flank, but from the wrong direction. Tiffy, beautiful shot there on a miss incognito. That's going to take out play, but she'll move up too far, and Schneider, I should say, is going to trade her straight back, and this is a back and forth now.
A little bit of back and forth, definitely. Stuff is opened up, and looks like Penta are in a very squishy spot here as more kills come into the favor of bTitans. CC picks up her entry here as Eve trying to shut down everything right now. Doesn't have a nitro cell, but they leg it all the way in. Oh my god, that was almost a disaster. She just managed to down the thermite, just managed to get a kill. However, and bTitans take the round much better from them.
Great round there by bTitans. They had the wall opened up early. A little bit concerned by the way that Penta DV set up their site there for that hold. The Mozzie actually didn't have much of an impact after their other roamer got cut off from the run out. She had to make her way back to site to be a little bit more free on the ability to hold underneath the site, at least a lounge holder or pressure lounge in some way, shape, or form. And no one did that from the side of Penta DV. So bTitans had complete control of underneath, and Zofia made work of the roof there, and they're able to get that wall open quite cleanly. So would like to see bTitans be a little bit more effective with the way that they go for the execute because their early game has been so strong. They just need to be stronger with their execute, even though they are winning rounds.
Yeah, no, I agree to an extent. I think that the roam clear, obviously, like the first round, was a complete disaster. They do seem to be kind of just like put the nail against one part of the site and just push, just push, just push. I don't think there's necessarily anything massively wrong with that situation, but if you play like really heavy plant denial, or like for example, like the bandit managed to get through as well, like that shouldn't be happy. You shouldn't be able to get that far through because if you could deny the plant doing that, then it's a disaster. But moving further forward, we'll see how this goes down. This was a really successful roam game early on. I think they kind of threw this honestly because the whole site push was coming from blue. You have so many ways of stopping that push going down. I think the crossfires just weren't properly established coming out from Penta, but we'll see how the rest of this goes down. bTitans start their third attack.
No run out being featured by Connie this time, so she'll be able to keep her life, but she is making her presence known. And in fact, I think she will peak stock. She's going to get droned out. She needs to get away quickly. Otherwise, they're going to move in. This aggressiveness from Connie, not paying dividends. Again, she will be the opening pick. She will not get traded because her roamer is not there with her. Now, again, this is going to put an absolute detriment to the side of Penta DV. These are the kind of rounds that Penta should be winning, especially on defense. If they're losing them, then they're going to struggle on attack as well because Clubhouse is a defensive sided map.
Yeah, no, definitely. It is very, very defender sided. Maybe not so much with the bans. I feel like when hard breaches are left up, that it tends to go into the favor of attack a little bit more. But with the Maverick ban on board, that it just definitely just push it into the favor of defense. But this roam game isn't that successful all of a sudden because now there's a Nomad air jab there. They don't even have to push this out, but the drone is going to spot the cav out. And it's like, is it going to rotate out? And should be able to pick up, but no! This might be an interrogation! No, she's not going to go for it. Almost some gifted subs there as Issa does get traded. But that's the thermite down. That's a big pick.
That's a huge pick, and I'm not sure whether or not they were able to even open up anything, and that Maestro Cam's going to get taken out by the Thatcher. A good pick there. The Motor Hatch is still intact, so I think the Thermite wasn't able to do anything except for stock hatch, and now they're going to be stuck looking like they're going to do another one of those forced brute pushes through doors, whether or not they decide to do a split push through main stairs, moto door, or whether they try blue again. Looks like they're getting themselves ready for a blue push, but there is too much denial there for them to push through.
There's a little bit too much denial there, but they do have that man advantage, and they should be able to push through appropriately. CC going to go to Moto, but Tiffy going to shut her down before she could do anything about that. Tina We're pushing through onto blue, but going to get shut down by Incognito. Looks like this should be a good push from the attack here. And all of a sudden, falling apart for Penta. Tiffy's still holding on onto blue, however. And flashbangs are going to go through into heavy amounts, but based on Incognito is just getting a shot in the back as she tries to push through into sight. 20 seconds left to go on the clock, and this is not looking good at all. Eve just trying to hold down onto Dummy here and see what's going to go through. Looks like Pre-Fire's going to come through into heavy amounts. Tiffy is going to get caught out, but no, does get the kill. It's a quadra kill for Tiffy, and she shuts down the entire attack of bTitans almost on her own.
And I don't know who it was. I'm going to assume it was Connie, who was already taken out of commission. She was on the bottom of main stairs camp, gave the call that CC was crouch walking into Moto, and Tiffy flicked onto her as soon as the call came out. So if CC had gotten rid of that camp, she may have been far more successful, but the call came out to say, okay, there's someone crouch walking into Moto right now, Tiffy, take her out. And looks like we'll have a rehost call there. So we'll throw it back to us for just a moment whilst we get that player back into the lobby. But that's the beautiful communication that we don't see, James. You know what I mean? Like CC could have had damage if that cam wasn't there, because no way Tiffy would have known to turn around there when she was crouch walking in. And then those pre-fires with the Elder just spraying into blue. That's what should have happened the other round, like you spoke about. So good on Tiffy for that quad kill.
Yeah, I mean, the whole like back push from CC as well, like that's really what bTitans should be doing there. They shouldn't be relying on Moto. Like normally when the team pushes blue, it means that the majority of the push is actually going to be coming from church, and they're going to get that church wall open. But without the thermite, they didn't really have many options there at the late round. So it's good that they at least push one person in through Moto. But yeah, just trying to push through blue, I think that was really uncoordinated from bTitans there at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they tried to rely again on that blue push. I don't think it was appropriate. You become predictable at that point. And especially when they started hearing the Zofia could cast, they heard the Thatcher. I mean, at that point, you know. And so that's why they all turned their back to main stairs, because there wasn't a need to look that way. And if you're trying to brute force your way into sight like that, it becomes kill holes, murder holes, and they need to run, I think, a dual hard breach, because they're losing the hard breach too early. They're not getting things open that they need to get open. So if they want to play the game the way I'm sure they've scrimmed and they've dry runned, they need to be getting these hatches open. They need to be getting these walls open.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, not losing your thermite early on might help.
Possibly. I'm not a professional in this game, James. I'll be honest. I am a potato. I'm a boosted silver. I probably don't know much about this game whatsoever, but I would like to think that possibly having a hard breacher there to assist with getting into the site could assist you. Possibly. We'll see whether or not they run that. But we got half of the ladies back into the lobby. I'm sure the other half will load in ever so slowly, and it's the last game of the night. And I do want to make it. I know I've got a lot of German fans in chat, and you guys know I live in Germany, and mein Deutsch ist sehr schlecht, ja? But vielen Dank an die deutschen Fans. Vielen Dank. Es ist sehr gut. Oh mein Gott. Ich liebe dich. Thank you all so much for all of your donations, the bits, everything. Deutschen Fans ist meine Lieblingsfans. Vielen Dank. So thank you guys so much. I'm sure my accent butchered my German as per usual. But thank you guys so much. So you guys have meant the world, and the support has been amazing. So I know these girls are going to go back on these VODs. They're going to see your comments there, and they know that the support has been absolutely amazing. So well done.
Yeah, and yeah, I think the support for the league has been absolutely incredible just across the board, and I'm really, really glad that everyone's having a great time with it. We didn't really know what to expect out of it, but looks like things are going well so far. Talking a little bit more about Clubhouse, though. This ban phase does not seem to have gone into the favor of Penta that much, honestly. I feel like a big reason why they won that round was because of the thermite kill. Yeah. And if the thermite was allowed to be up, then that opens up a church push. It opens up so much more. But yeah, I think at the end of that as well, bTitans were a little bit uncoordinated. They had an Ashe rush through onto model door through blue, and she got shot in the back. But it didn't really seem like last game we had so many trades. This game we've had very few trades.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's such a detriment for a team to not have refrag capability or cross-firing positioning. That's when you know a team possibly is lacking in that department. Refragability is something in a game like Siege, which is so key. And we saw a lot of other teams really skilled at it. And here we're not really seeing those trades as we should be. So I'd like to see these teams work on those kind of aspects, but we'll finally go back into it, ladies and gentlemen. Round 4, the last game of tonight's CCS R6W Playday number 2. We'll have these players loading back in. We'll go to CCTV cache again, see whether or not Penta DV can hold this one effectively. They got the double. I think they might 6-pick off the Kaid, possibly, but they got the double wall denial there.
Yeah. I think like last time this was pretty good from bTitans. So they went below. Razo managed to get this bandit off the wall pretty quickly. I think they kind of played their execute badly, but their initial like push was really good, especially getting the bandit off the wall. I think from Penta this is going to take a little bit more of a roam game because they have to know surely that they're going to push lounge and they're going to clear it like that.
Mm. Yeah, I'd like to see them put some pressure on that area, especially if you're going to have such aggressive roamers. We saw that Mozzie all the way over on the other side of the map, over on main stairs. So if they're going to be roaming, they need to have effect. They need to be effective. And the place they're going to be most effective is lounge. So I'd like to see them challenge it. Not the way we saw Connie challenge stock in the previous round, but more with a soft and passive aggressive type notion.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Hopefully, we see a little bit more of a garage hold as well, because
Mm.
last time that Legion mine, I mean, he did well. No one actually pushed garage. They were so
Yeah.
afraid of the Legion mine. So,
It was the threat of that leisure mine
mm.
possibly jamming into the leg of one of the attackers that led them to just sticking directly on the breach. But we'll have these girls lining up. Connie is actually all the way over in strip. She's drone hunting, which is actually really good. That's going to take away one of their drones there. And now we'll probably see bTitans do a top floor cleared over all the way from Jacuzzi over. And Tina here looking like she wants to bandit trick, but no Maverick to counter her. No one on the wall for her to bandit trick yet either.
Not just quite yet. Something that you can do as a Cade here is that you can sit. I mean, they're not doing it right now, but you could sit like garage and you can throw a Cade from there, from the bottom of garage, and you can throw it all the way up onto this wall where they're bandit tricking. So like uses of Cade like this. I think this is kind of what they want to do here with Issa playing the construction wall. That she could throw that Cade onto that wall if they do go below to try and Sophia her out.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tina here picking up before the Thatcher goes down. Perfect timing. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's great there. And you can see the Thermite there not able to make or take advantage of this. They could throw as many Thatchers as they like, but the timing from Tina on picking up these bandit batteries and placing them back down has been perfect. She sees the light. She'll pick up one. She'll still have 3 left in her pocket there. She puts it down the wrong side, but she's actually timed it perfectly. There we go. Thermite charge completely cooked.
Where is Sophia during all of this?
You know, very surprising they've changed their tactic on this because it was so successful last time. No need to change.
I don't even know where Zofia was during all of that. Like either there's like 2 approaches, right, where you play Zofia here. You either send the Zofia to serve a window and she's Zofia's, and while you're like in that stun, in that Grismot, you can't do anything, right? You can't, it takes you out of the animation. So, and or you do what she's doing now, where you go below and you impact it. But this should have happened a lot earlier. It looks like it is going to start to happen now. Tina not too happy about trying to penetrate that. And it is going to get opened up, but Thermite is already off the board. They don't have a Habana either, so things not looking too good for bTitans. But as I say it, Razo does manage to make an entry, but instantly traded out by Tina.
This is a back and forth.
No!
Oh my goodness, Miss Incognito. I think she knows there's someone down there, but she's just pre-firing wildly. Connie, she's not going to be able to pick up Tina here, otherwise she's going to risk her life completely. There's only 15 seconds left. If these attackers want to do anything, they need to move in now. Dashini's going to make a pick. She's going to move in. She needed to focus on the plant, and she did not. Diffuser's down. Shadi needs to take that diffuser and plant. She's going to start, but There's so much wild going on. The turn by Connie, but it's not going to do anything for the defensive side. bTitans are going to take that one out in a flurry of kills.
Absolute complete flood of sight there as well. Like, they just completely rushed all the way through. Yeah, I guess I agree. Like, the Thermite should have just ran straight for the default plant and gone there, but seemed like she should have won that fight, really. But bTitans looking pretty good here, pretty confident during their attacks. I think that there was some mistiming just earlier in the round about trying to get that wall open. As I said, I don't really know where Zofia was during that part, but we'll see how the rest of this does go down. Moving into round number 5, and it's going to be a gym bedroom defense coming up for Penta. So we'll see how the rest of this does go down. And we do see a castle being brought. Obviously, that is kind of the normal thing being brought here onto Jim, but we do see now a 6th pick from the Mozzie onto the Bandit from Issa. So, and she's been pretty good with the Bandit trick so far. I think that that's been one of her priorities. So we'll see if she's successful with that.
It's interesting that both Tina and Izza rotate the bandit between each other too. Because like if you've got a bandit tricker on your team, and maybe this is because I'm anyone who knows me knows bandit tricking is my ultimate favorite thing to do in Rainbow Six Siege. It's interesting that they've got 2 players who like to do that and that they switch around in one matchup to be able to do that. Very possible because now we've had Izza move over. Or Tina, I should say, over onto the castle. Because this particular site works well with the castle, she must be their castle main. Therefore, the bandit must default over to Izza. So it's good flexibility that these players are able to switch roles as they need to. And I'm glad to see them doing it this way because I definitely think that anytime you have a team that's flexible, you're able to swap things around if they're not working. And I think for Penta DV at the moment, things are not working, so they need to change things up.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about adaptability all night. We definitely saw that from Sphinx, that they just were not adapting their playstyle at all in Clubhouse. And yeah, like, this game, you have to be very, very adaptable with the op bans as well, especially. So, or else you're just going to get counted into the ground, and it's just not going to work out for you. So, we'll see how the rest of this does go down round number 5. As we'll see that gym bedroom defense. I'm interested how bTitans actually want to push this out. We haven't seen them go here just yet. And, you know, like, when we saw this earlier, it seemed to be such a heavy concentration around getting that jacuzzi wall open. But here it doesn't seem like that. Really heavy cash hold coming out.
I'd be interested to see if Connie does take that pick on to the Zofia because it does look like she wants to... Oh, Connie. She's getting pinched from multiple directions here. She needs to take a pick on one of these players. She's getting droned out as well. I believe she does have a rotate into cash, surely. And she does, and that's going to give her complete access back into cash. They're going to waste 2 of their concussions on a player that's not even there anymore. She's wasting so much utility here. Tiffy on the construction door to be able to help her with the rotate. But if anything, it's just Connie by herself in cash trying to hold it down.
They're trying to hold it down. Indeed, CC trying to do some work here as well. But we do have 2 people playing out in cash. And again, that rotate being made up onto the top of cash stairs. And Tiffy, very aware of that, is going to put down some Legion mines as well as Connie trying to rotate all the way around. IQ from below is going to be able to find, however, the mute gemmer. That should be able to do something here. Flashbangs are going to come through. And hopefully a push should start to happen sooner rather than later. This is wasting a lot of time right now on this roam game. Incognito trying to duel it out. Should really just wait for her teammate, Mr. Incognito, still peeking out aggressively. He's just getting it shut down, however, by the Legion. Great peek coming out from Tiffy there. CC, that is bad mistiming coming out from her.
They still have cash control, and there's 30 seconds left. This is brilliant by Penta DV. They've done their job. I highly doubt, unless a swarming or a rotate of the site by bTitans happen, they're going to be able to do anything. This Legion, beautiful, makes themselves known and then hides. And they do get picked off eventually, but the time detriment is so huge. It's a 3v3, but the time is very much against the attackers. Look at this, though. Up made stairs. Razzo might make a damage, but it's not going to happen. They need to get into site and plant. The Legion mines will stop the plant going down. And it's now just going to be a 1v2. The wall bangs coming out. They're missing. They're missing. She might get the plant down.
Oh my god, yeah, Dashini's going to get the plant down and knows where this rotate is going to come through. The pre-fire is coming down and she gets shut down. just between a rock and a hard place there. Two places to come from. A great coordination coming out from Penta there to take it out. They're going to counter defuse and they're going to take their gym bedroom defense. Just so much time wasted by bTitans there. That was a disaster for them.
Absolutely. And I really expected bTitans to be able to take that one a little bit more effectively. I mean, we'd seen them be able to do strong attacks there, but they couldn't get cash control. And I think what would have assisted them there is when they realized that Connie was on cash stairs, and they should have known there was a rotate there. They should have droned to see if she was still there. They wasted 2 concussions. They wasted flashes. There was multiple barbed wire and leisure mines on cash stairs. All they needed was a drone to see that she had rotated into cash, and that wasted far too much time. So a little bit of lack of droning there by bTitans was their downfall, I think. And going into this downstairs, the last defense for Penta DV, they're really going to need to take this one because I would hate to see their defensive side be the death of them going into attack.
Yeah, I guess we'll definitely see how it does go down. I think that Penta has kind of been the more coordinated team, but bTitans has been just forcing their way in. Like, it seems like, especially in that first run, I think that first run has set the pace for this, is that it felt like they really should not have won that round, but they just managed to force their entry regardless of that. And their gun skill has definitely been on point, and they're definitely familiar with Clubhouse. So.
Yeah, I think Go to Clubhouse was in the favor of both teams. I am watching both teams, and I'm thinking that it's pretty much in the favor of both at the moment. I think they're both pretty comfortable on it. I'd say bTitans possibly need to be a little bit more effective in the way that, especially when they push downstairs. I'd like to see how they push it on this one specifically, because yeah, the way they did it last time, they lost their thermite, who I think is a little bit more of an aggressive thermite, a fragmite, if I might. So I think they just need to be a little bit more chill on the way they move in.
Just a little bit.
A
Just
little
a
bit.
tad. Remizik's getting underway, and this could be the final attack coming out for bTitans in this half before they switch it around and go into their defensive half. But three rounds on the board, this is great for bTitans, honestly. Like, if they can get another one in, maybe even map done, but this is a great scoreline already for bTitans. I'd be very, very happy with this one so far. We'll see how the rest of this does work out, and they're slowly clearing out from that upstairs. Wary of the roam game that was so detrimental to them last time, but it hasn't been today.
I don't think Penta DV are actually trying a roam game. They're actually adapting and doing a full turtle hold this time. They're running the cap can as well to slow down the attackers. So is in a completely stuck. She will literally die in that position. She's able to rotate out because no one's on main stairs to challenge her, and she'll make it back to church very safely. This full turtle hold, I think, will work in the favor of bTitans actually, rather than Penta DV, because Penta have been able to delay so much time with their roaming in the past few rounds to go and change it to a full anchor, a full turtle setup might be to their detriment, I think.
Potentially. Lots of time wasted already. However, we have got Moto Hatch open. We'll see how the Penta DVE wants to try and hold back on this. Snap could be droning out for her team, and we'll see what kind of push that bTitans want to do here. It seems like they're going to do a blue and church push here with the fact that they open up Moto, but they really need that blue control, and pretty quickly as well if they really want to be doing anything here. It's like Miss Incognito wants to try and do that exactly. So that Maestro Cam is going to get made short work of, and Nomad Charge is going to go down as well as that church wall easily getting opened up. So I don't think the Bandits anyway even nearby for that. Connie, however, is going to find a Miss Incognito, and that's going to be that blue push going down, and unsuccessfully so far.
Looks like Penta DV, they're actually all set up in really key positions. Tiffy's being quite aggressive. She gets punished for it, and Iz is going to trade back onto CC. This is a flurry of kills, ladies and gentlemen. Iz is going to get a double kill. This is just going to leave Connie in blue by herself while Schneidy and Razzo hope to push Moto's side together. Razzo, I think, actually is featuring over in blue at the moment. So this split push with only 15 seconds left is going to be detrimental. They're going to run in. They're not going to see the prone cap can on the ground. That's a triple kill for Izza. Can she make it 4? She's going to. And that's a 4K for Izza on the cap can. Beautiful utilization of both utility and the weaponry that cap can provides.
Absolutely well played from Penta there, especially like you saying they completely adapted their defense there. They decided to play a lot more turtle and just not peek, just not play aggressively. Do not lose roamers early on just to lose the round necessarily. Yeah, definitely a good adaptation coming out from them. Round number 7 getting underway, however, we'll see bTitans on their first defense. It could be Church Arsenal Room. And yeah, we are going to see a K coming out from them.
Yeah, look, I think that's a great bit of adaptation. I did think it would go in the way of bTitans actually because they had the hatches open. That was the only time I think I'd seen them be able to get that kind of sight opened up. So I figured that would go in the way of bTitans, but you know, a little bit of passive aggressiveness by Penta DV on that turtle hole was really the key to that one, I think. And I don't think the pinch push onto sight was well coordinated by bTitans and by any of the teams whatsoever. I think they had too many people spread out. So now we're going into round 7, where we'll have these teams switching over from attack and defense, and we'll see whether or not bTitans can bring this back. I mean, 3-3. It's almost like a clean slate going into the second half of it. You know what I mean? Whether or not you'll see bTitans grab a heck of a lot of defensive rounds and win it out, or whether or not Penta DV have something up their sleeve. They've got the Dokkaebi there, so I'd like to see how they feature that one.
Yeah. The Dokkaebi's an interesting pick. She can be good. Don't forget she also has nades now as well, which has definitely changed up the dynamic of her a little bit. We'll see how that does indeed work out. Personally, not a big fan of running the Dokkaebi in the lineup. We have seen quite a decent amount of Dokkaebi today, though, and it has had various degrees of success. Do you think she's being picked more now because of the nades, or less, or has it not affected? I don't think it's really even affected her pick rate, honestly.
I would say, and I was really against the changes to take away her smokes. I was like, yeah, you're nerfing her into the ground because the only reason you take a Dokkaebi is for the smokes. You know what I mean? So for me, I don't find her DMR appealing whatsoever. But that's probably from my perspective how I would look at an operator like her. I mean, you'd have to be a DMR lover or a CZ lover to really even want to pick her to begin with over other operators who featured smokes before the change and now frags. You've got Sledge, you've got Buck. I argue they're far more effective operators, but you can see this now. CC, phone ringing. That's the one thing about Dokkaebi that's really handy, but Razzo's having none of it. She'll pick one, but get traded straight back. These are the refrags we were talking about. CC, her phone ringing, wants to challenge. And there's someone in the hallway laying down. Is this going to get shot down? CC's on a slither of health. Surely the refrag will come back out by the IQ, and that's a double refrag for Connie, and she's all over it. Down to a 3v3 with half of the round left.
Also, can I just say, I know that there are some sound issues going on, and I'm sure Simon's working very hard, Bond, our producer, working hard to fix those. I really appreciate the people in the chat who are doing all the sound effects. That's very helpful. I'm sure that's really not breaking the immersion or anything like that. Also, thank you for that.
Bomb located by attacker.
Some pew pews and bang bangs. That's the kind of sound effects we need, and I'm glad that they've got that there. But Connie, not only is she able to get the double kill on the roamers, but she's also able to use her cassette to get rid of all of these leisure mines, and she's going to have to assist her team to work out exactly where this Kaid is on the hatch. It'll get Thatchered, but I'm sure they're probably Kaid tricking as well.
Potentially. Yeah, and looks like he doesn't have any electric balls remaining, but he is going to be impact tricking it. And it's going to be it. Dashini, she does manage to get the thermite off the hatch, and that is all the thermite's gone now. This is, you should be running a Habana here. It's kind of weird neither team's running a Habana.
Yeah, like I said, I would like to see double hard breach being run. The bait and switch there is going to come out. Missing Incognito is going to take complete advantage of Eve, but Tina in moto by herself. They've got 15 seconds left. Time has been to the detriment of both teams on both of their attacking halves. The pre-fires come out there beautiful. She has to pull out the lesion, otherwise she's not going to be able to get her picks off. She's not going to be able to get the plant down. Shinny's by herself, but she's got the health advantage. All she needs to do is stop the plant. She sees someone in blue, takes the pick. She's looking for the plant. She's looking the wrong way. Will the attacker take her off? God, she will. The plant goes down. Penta DV win on a slither of HP. In that round, she even got the reload. Oh, God, I thought she got the reload down as well. And that round goes to Penta DV when it should have gone to bTitans.
there was a huge mistake there by Deshini at the end there, where I don't know if she intended to shoot, but it kind of felt like she was trying to pre-fire onto blue, when really in that kind of situation where you should assume that they don't know where you are, you don't shoot until you definitely see someone, because if she hadn't shot, she hadn't given away position, she could have got very deep into church, and she could have instantly just killed them. Just killed the diffuser and could have won the round just through that.
Looks like we had a little bit of a production hiccup there, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little giggle by our side. Looks like we had
Attackers
some
need to locate and
drastic
defuse
measures
bombs.
taken to fix the sound, but hopefully the sound is now working. You guys can hear some pew pews, some bang bangs, some explosion sounds, hopefully. And my bTitans go downstairs yet again to see whether or not they can win this one out. This game has been effortlessly closed by both teams and going down to the wire. And I think for both of these teams, James, I'm worried about the fact that their time efficiency has been really poor.
Yeah, I think that's the story for both teams, honestly, and I think the lack of a Habana is really affecting that. Like, their ability to get stuff open, like, you're opening the kitchen hatch, only a minute left to go, and you're still getting impact tricked. I mean, things like that should just not be happening. So, yeah, the efficiency, you know, when you're an attacker on Clubhouse especially, you're always playing against the clock. It's so hard to keep time efficient. So, yeah, this is definitely something that the teams need to work on. I definitely think Habana would help with that. We'll see how the rest of this does go down, though. As you do moving to round about 8, their slight advantage, Penta, are up 4-3.
And Ella being run on the side of bTitans now. I think CC looking for some of that aggressiveness. She should be featuring herself in blue with that high fire rate weaponry. I don't think she'll be running the shotgun there, but if she is, that would be a wild ride. And it does look like she's got a couple of ADSs. No, she's got the Scorpion in hand, so she'll be able to make full use of that. Double ADS means they want to lock this blue down. They're sure that Penta DV is going to try and push people down there. And look at these 3 drones zooming around. So many drones, making sure that no one is roaming. Connie making her step inside, and they're sure that top floor is clear, and they're going to start making their way down.
I love how you said that little twang at the end there. Making their way downtown. Yeah,
making their way down. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. I mean, if I'm going to rock the super foreign accent, James, I've also got to rock the charisma that comes with it. You know what I mean? Of course,
it's natural.
Yeah. It's natural, thank you.
Motor hatch is going to get opened up, and we should see that Penta starts their attack onto the downstairs. So they're going for the same push they went last time for. Essentially, last time they tried to get the kitchen hatch open, and I think that was one major reason why they almost lost that round, is because, like, I feel like in this situation, you get control blue and you open the church wall. You don't try and go for the kitchen hatch if you only have a thermite. Like, you only have one thing left. There's not a huge amount of denial coming out from the defense.
Attackers have located a bomb.
We'll see how the rest of this does go down. Looks like they are all just stocking up outside of Moto, and it's like Connie's gonna be the first one to drop down there. Try and making her entry, and she's gonna do so successfully. Miss Incognito is gonna go down. And we'll see how the rest of this does start to go through. The push starts to come through, but instantly traded out by the Legion. And Schnat also picks up her own kill as well. This is looking much squiffier for Penta here. The hold is going really well so far. The peak comes out from the back armory, and this is looking like a disaster right now for Penta. So down to Tiffy in a 4v1 with only 30 seconds left to go on the clock. The Legion still playing up on the hatch, but no, it's actually an Ella, sorry. An MC49 spray just comes through, but unable to find a kill. Let alone so many hits, and it's going to be CC finds the final kill of the round. bTitans take round number 8. Very much played by them, and this is neck and neck right now.
I think what went wrong for Penta there, and I don't know what happened if they used their thermite charge on another hatch or another wall, but church wall was not opened, and I don't know whether it was because there was wall denial. I didn't spawn any.
I think a big thing what happened there is that they did the same thing that they did last time, where bTitans, they open up a small hole at the backside of armory, and that was threatening the ability to put down thermite charge. I don't know if that managed to shoot a thermite charge, but whoever peeked that definitely ended up killing the thermite. So
okay,
I think that kind of threat there is bad, but like, you know, there are simple solutions to this. Like, as I just about to say it, bring a bug. bring a buck and like stop them from playing so aggressively on those areas.
Yeah, I agree. Some verticality in kitchen would assist. I know a lot of people like to avoid kitchen completely because of things like
Defenders,
C4s.
protect your
It's
bombs
such
from
an
being
enclosed
defused by
space, and
attackers.
the complete destructibility of the floor makes it a big open C4 area for people. So I can understand why people don't want to end up pushing it in the end, but some kind of vertical pressure or perceived pressure, by just opening it and leaving if you need to and just saying, oh, well, it's open above me. I might not be able to play here. That might be able to assist Penta in being able to get open the wall, but them all dropping down Moto and whatnot. I think it was just them shuffling themselves into a kill hole that they didn't need to do.
10 seconds remaining.
So
5
for
seconds.
the
to
three, it's gonna be
insertion.
around and down. This is neck and neck right now, ladies and gentlemen, for a piece.
Attackers must
This
locate
is
and
a
defuse a
lot
bomb.
closer. Like, I guess we didn't really kind of make a prediction. We didn't really say who was the favorites or not. So, I guess we were kind of expecting this to be close. The clubhouse was definitely the map pick that kind of threw me off here because I didn't think that bTitans would want to go back there. But yeah, I mean,
I don't think Penta's also counter-stratted them that much on Clubhouse. Maybe
the
they...
Jackal ban is kind of the only indication of that. I think.
I agree. I think that's the only thing that sort of indicated that they might have watched it. They might have gone through heavily and done that one. But look at that. That's going to be all over. Multiple bodies spread there. A beautiful trade there by Izza to get that refrag. So that's going to be counted. But the Bucks off the board. And I think they relied on that for the wall. But it doesn't matter because Razzo can't get it. A beautiful peek onto the rappel there. My goodness. And Eve is going to trade. This is trades back and forth. But it's not even onto the people that are getting the kills in the first place.
CC still pulling down
bomb has
up
been
onto the
located.
main stairs on the other side of the map. But this is still a decent hold coming out right now from bTitans. Slow but steady roam clear does come out from Penta. They got drones in the site, they got plenty of time to work with as well as plenty of utility remaining for themselves. But they have opened up the east wall as well. And this is kind of like the critical moment now, is do they now decide to push through construction where CC will be waiting for them? Or do they continue to push through this east side and try and force a plant? They have Capitao as well. That I think that's kind of like the critical moment here, is that it looks like they are going to try and force their way through east, because Capitao has now rotated all the way through into garage rafters. That Leisure Mine didn't hold it down.
The Leisure Mine wasn't to be this time. Schneider's actually going to hold the perfect angle onto garage window. Razzo is going to take the kill instead. I believe that might have been a wallbang because I don't see any rotates there. So that actually might have been a wallbang into garage. Whether or not they just didn't get the camera or whether there was other intel. That is going to catch the frag grenade. There's no one there to be able to cook that ADS or shoot it. So they're going to run in. The pre-fire is coming out. Give away Eve's position. Schneider's going to clean that straight up. It's just over to Izza. She's going to burst herself in. Sees the in hand. She won't be able to take any picks. And that'll be bTitans taking that round. Such a shame. They had everything open they needed.
How disappointing. But yeah, bTitans, great hold from them. They held it down. We're going into round number 10. We could be going the distance here, but bTitans at a very slight advantage. Now going to gym bedroom. This is considered to be the hardest site to hold on to. And we'll see exactly how that is going to work out. Penta start their next attack, bringing a pretty similar lineup to what they've been bringing so far. Although the Twitch is interesting. We're not seeing too much Twitch from them.
Yeah, I think the Twitch can be sort of a double-edged sword. You've got the F2, one of the most powerful weapons in the game. So, Tiffy rocking that one. Maybe she's hoping she can frag out a little bit more. Izza's still rocking the Dokkaebi, and got Connie on the Ash. By looking at their lineup now, I'm wondering whether or not they're just going, let's frag, girls. What we've been doing thus far is only working 50-50, is not really working 100%, so let's frag out, let's go. They've got the Thermite Thatcher, and the rest of them are what I would consider fragging operators, because Izz is always one of the leading frags anyway, so I'm wondering whether or not that's how they want to go about this one.
Yeah, maybe. I think, like, with this lineup as well, like, most people will bring Twitch for the gun, right? Mm-hmm. But it also can be a good substitute for kind of, like, being able to push with
10 seconds.
Car breach denial, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
5 seconds to go.
Like, there is a drone hole like, right next to where this is going down. So, like, nades can come through there. The Twitch drone can come through there. Like, that jacuzzi wall gets easier to open up with that whole thing.
Razzo hasn't been that effective with her bandit tricking either. So to sort of bring this extra step might even just solidify that fact that she's unable to bandit trick that. They've got the castle on the cash wall. I assume they've got the ADSs to assist with, but they don't have a castle on gym window. And they've been able to bring, you know, the Ash there. And they've got frag grenades on Izza as well. So I'm not sure whether or not that will assist or whether they just plan on pushing through cash.
So there's this doesn't go down. Claim we're going to go outside of construction. Looks like a predominantly construction push is going to be coming down. I don't think that's smart, considering that you have an Ash round.
Yes. I'm not entirely sure whether or not that nade was actually used for the hatch or whether she thought better of it. I did not see that one. I think they droned the fact that no one's on the wall right now. I don't know where Razzo is.
A bomb has been located.
Oh, she is there. Okay. They need to Ash that open. They haven't been able to do it, and they still get the wall open. This is what I was talking about before.
Hello?
Razzo has been bandit tricking the wrong panel, and I don't know if that's lack of sound. I don't know if that's miscommunication, whatever it might be. The Penta are now very worried about CCTV window as they stand outside both bedroom and gym, and the wall's been open. There's over a minute left, so they've got enough time to be able to make this play, but that shotgun mute inside bathroom could be super detrimental.
It definitely can be. It's really trying hard to push that whole situation. A shotgun in close range is always going to be devastating. That smoke shotgun, or the SAS shotgun, is pretty devastating. We'll see how that does indeed work out. She doesn't actually have a laser on this. I guess it's not like at the end of the world, because it is still pretty hard to deal with regardless. But regardless of that, looks like we are going to see the gym push this door. I think that they didn't open the castle so that they could use it against the defenders and like just go into gym and plant without allowing the mute to like peek out of it.
If that's the play, then that might be exactly why they've left that breach as a perceived piece of pressure. Sheeni's actually going to probably have to peek the breach, even though there's no one there, and Connie's going to take out Razzo on the main stairs, so that's the main stairs hole gone. Let me reload her weapon, and now it's just a lot of people on site. The diffuser tries to jump in gym window. It's not going to happen. Eve's going to take her out, and unfortunately Tiffy's not going to be able to connect the shots. Missing Incognito and Schneidy are popping off. Trades back and forth. There's only 7 seconds left.
Yeah, bTitans is just destroying right now, but Tina is actually in the site and planting. Nitro just come out, but he misses, and Tiffy gets the kill as well! Oh, that's a disaster. The diffuser does go down. Tina's in sight, very low HP, and she's going to go down for it. It's all down to Tiffy outside. She goes free fire through onto Island. Diffuse counter diffuse is going down. She gets the kill. It's a 1v1. And the pistol just come out. It's all down to Miss Incognito to try and bring this in. Reload just go through. Tiffy playing it very patiently outside of gym to see what can happen. Claymore going to go down as well. Make sure that she can only jump out one side. Holding onto it very well. Claymore's on the other side, but she gets the Claymore! And she gets the kill! Oh my god! Miss Incognito goes huge and wins the round for bTitans. That was insane!
The kind of confidence you have to leap out a window where you know someone is, shoot the Claymore first, flick up and then kill the remaining attacker, and then have enough time to go in and get the defuse. I cannot praise Miss Incognito anymore because she was out of time. She had to make a decision, and that is something she should not have won. So shout out to Tina for a beautiful F2 play. She got quite a few really good kills there, but Miss Incognito was just the better gunner for that one. And oh my goodness.
So, match point now to bTitans, doing very well with that. And that clutch by Miss Incognito may have just won them the entire map. Now putting them down to Church Arsenal Room. So far, it hasn't been too successful from Penta, but finally, we are seeing a double hub breach coming out from them. So finally bringing Habana down to 6 pick. No longer will we see that, but that is, that's not a great start. So if you are playing on Penta and you do an incredible clutch, sorry, if you're playing on bTitans, you get an incredible clutch, that's what happens to you. You get TK'd. That's your reward.
You know, jealousy is a real thing,
Yeah.
James, and I definitely, yeah, it's a terrible disease to have jealousy, and I think that's what happened there. Sheeny was like, "You got the clutch. I'm so jealous. I'm going to end you for this next round so that I can catch up with kills." So, I
10
expect
seconds to
Sheeny to
insertion.
absolutely pop off this round because she now has no competition on her
5
team
seconds
to
remaining.
stop her from doing so, and yeah, I mean, it's only the only the lesion.
Attackers
It's
must locate
only the
and
lesion.
defuse
It
a
wasn't the
bomb.
Kaid. It wasn't, you know, one of the other operators, the Jaeger, for
Yeah.
example. So the
We talk
utility
about the blood
losses.
sacrifice as well, so also playing
Actually, the
into it.
last time we saw a blood sacrifice tonight, it was super successful. In fact, we saw 2 blood sacrifices, one to network connectivity and one to the bullet of a teammate. So,
Yeah, so
double.
the more the merrier.
Yeah. Alas, we will go into the match point for the blood sacrificing team. Tina's going to drone out all of mid floor and see whether or not anyone's in there, but no one's going to be featuring off site after that kind of TK, that kind of blood sacrifice. And I don't think that Kaid trick on the moto worked. It did not. So now Dashini's actually going to have to go over to Kitchen Hatch and make sure this one's held off.
So Dashini trying to play around so what she can do here, just pushing up onto the hatch. And you got all the impact tricks set up here as well. Hopefully Penta doesn't get caught out by this again, since they have now brought her back. The blue hatch isn't reinforced. I'm not sure about that, but there we go. I guess that's how it goes.
A bomb has been
I'm interested if either the Twitch or the IQ has breach charges here.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether or not Izzo is running that because... Oh, and you see that EMP got stuck on the edge of the hatch. What a shame. And yes, Izzo does have a breaching charge, so she'll be able to dispatch of the blue hatch there. But I think a lot of people struggle to be able to get enough reinforcements on the downstairs site, especially if you want to be able to get some of the blue wall as well. So that's something that might have gone eerie. Look at this beautiful hatch hold by Tina is going to take CC off guard as she tries to peek. Tiffy's rocking the F2 again. She might be able to get some shots here, but Razzo behind the bomb do some serious damage.
That's a pretty serious damage indeed. Now a 3v5 situation, and bTitans not looking too good all of a sudden. They got to be sweating where they are. Pre-fires are going to be coming down from Dashini again from that Arsenal just peak that we were talking about earlier. But the Habana charge is going to come down. Should be allowed to open up Church, but the Habana is actually going to save her teammate there. And the peak does come through from Dashini. That is the Thermite off the board, and 2 players very low HP. This is very clutchable for Dashini, but a 1v4. Only 35 seconds left to go on the clock. She doesn't have a huge amount of utility left remaining. The diffuser is going to go down in a safe place as well. Oh no! So many missed shots here for Dashini. So low HP, pretty much everyone on the other side. Penta, as a peek comes through, Dashini to take the head off of Issa. bTitans not looking too good here. Should be able to push this through though. Dashini pushed it all the way through. She knows that someone's main stairs. That Twitch is full HP right now. She's got to get across. She's got to get there. That diffuser is slowly doing its work, but it is doing it. Surely the prone peak comes out, and Penta take the round. This is neck and neck right now.
This back and forthness that we're seeing, I don't know how to explain it. I can't. I mean, for me, bTitans have marginally outdone Penta, but Penta have been showing flurries of greatness throughout this entire matchup. So for me, I think it's the inconsistency that's thrown Penta backwards into, you know, leaving them in a 1-round deficit at the moment. Had they been more consistent with their ability to have the holds that they need and the pushes that they need, we might have seen this at a 6-6, but it is still match point for bTitans. They're going to go to CCTV, one of the most preferred sites on Clubhouse, and they're going to see whether or not this lineup can push them to a victory. Otherwise, we'll be seeing this go to OT.
Yeah, no,
Attackers
we
need to locate and
see
defuse
that
bombs.
go through. We'll see a match point now. bTitans still looking good, however. We are now seeing that double hard breach that we were talking about so much. Like, you need this double hard breach to be able to open up everything you need to open up. And it's just worked out so much better.
Absolutely.
So, potentially we could see a push through from Penta.
does look like we've got Connie on the Habana. That does worry me a bit because Connie's quite an aggressive player. She's one of those fraggers, and she was featuring on the IQ a bit, I think, before.
10
So
seconds remaining.
I am a little bit surprised that she is on the Habana, whether or not she's going to do the
5
garage
seconds to go.
top right peak or not, and just hold angles. Because I think Penta have done more successful pushes when Connie has been the leading fragger, when she's sort of been the one who moves in alongside, you know, other fraggers like either
Starting shot drone.
Tina or Izza. It's one of those usually taking the initial picks, so they need to make sure they're doing this. And it's good to see the initial Twitch drone getting one of those leisure mines, but it's not going to help.
Of course, the other side of this is if Penta actually win this round, this will be the first overtime that we see in CCS Women's League.
There you go, the closest matchup we will have ever witnessed thus far, coming into play day 2. And both of these teams, okay, so they're going to use the Habana to open up construction instead. And it does look like Rizzo will finally be able to get that bandit trick successfully. They'll need to move that one across.
It's kind of what we were talking about before. Like, we're trying to like coordinate this. Like, Habana and Thermite is definitely probably the easiest way to do it. Like, Habana one side, Thermite the other side at the same time. You can get them both, but I think she's chosen to get the Thermite instead. That's definitely the smarter option to go for, considering I believe Excaliburs were already deployed on that construction wall. So, like, and now you can't get through this.
Literally, this just becomes a peak hole for the side of Penta, and I think by not having that wall open now, it's a huge detriment. They're going to have to rotate themselves completely over to bedroom and try and force themselves into a kill hole and possibly use CCTV window as well. And yeah, without that wall open, I have a feeling that bTitans are going to have a far easier... Oh no! The X-Caros! They weren't placed correctly on the wall. I mean, Connie had to crouch on the prone on through, but that's such a dangerous way to do it. No one's there to collect her, but they're going to have to go completely for frags here, and all bTitans need to do is not peek.
But it's going to be a big mistake there. Connie is going to get that down, but not the kill just yet. Very low HP herself. Looks like Penta are going to have to try and force their way in here, but this is just not looking good for them at all. Drones are going to be coming out in heavy amounts. Like, Shanty should be able to get picked up here sooner rather than later. CC couldn't go for the flank, but sees that there's a drone out there. So, bTitans looking really good here, honestly. 40 seconds left to go on the clock. Penta are going to have to force their way in. I think you're right. They're actually going to have to push all the way in. Connie's going to go down, however, to try and go through. And a Nitro's going to go out from CC. That's going to find a second one. And now a 5v3. CC with a beautiful Nitro from below. I believe that was through the hatch in construction, actually.
Yeah, that's a beautiful Nitro there. That's a lot of game sense. And I'm not sure whether she had a drone up there or not, but it wasn't really relevant at that point. There's so many of them in construction trying to force their way in. No walls open. 10 seconds left. Lost the gunfire with the Thermite there, so this is just 2v5. They're going to take out the Bandit, but they're going to have to force their way in. It's not going to happen. That's a down. And that's going to be all over Red Rover. The game going to bTitans after what was a back and forth for many, many rounds in a row. I think both teams really... Oh, good shot there by Dashini. Both teams putting an absolute wild marathon in there to try and get that win.
Yeah, very, very well played by both teams. Very, very close matchup. bTitans ultimately being the more successful team there. They had a really great start for themselves as well. Penta were playing catch-up for a lot of that game, but very, very, very close indeed. Definitely